David Haye wants a career as a professional rage baiter.
World's worst kept secret, those two.
ITV could just roll the tapes.
I don't think being infamous is actually very lucrative.
What's your Kardashian ranking? Pritchard didn't finish.
Are we talking about the marathon?
Yes, that's so Curtis Pritchard.
Welcome to Showbiz Fix, sponsored by Sun Bingo. This is your destination for the inside scoop on all our celebrity exclusives and the biggest entertainment stories you're loving this week. The gloves are off following the explosive I'm a Celeb final. We unpack David Haye's decision to sue ITV over his edit and Adam's admission that winning the show was his nightmare. Plus, the Islanders have of course been busy and we are gagging for next week's Met Gala. But first, the I'm a Celeb final fallout. Ellie, this time last week, David Haye was sat there.
We're both knockouts. Oh, Ed, laugh. That's such a good joke.
When you make a joke that makes me laugh, it will happen naturally.
I know, I feel like that was incredible get for you guys to have David in the building, big old knockout Haye.
Well, I feel like it continues to be such a big drama. And David Haye is the main character of all of this. He might not have won, but he's the one that everyone's still talking about.
I'm obsessed with him.
Rightly or wrongly. So Clemmy had a great story this week that David is preparing to sue ITV for £10 million. He says that the show has caused irreparable damage to his brand. Now, he reckons he's worth £10 million because he says that there was a Netflix deal on the table that's now gone quiet and some brand deals have been paused. Now, he reckons he's got a case against ITV because of the edit. He says that examples include an eye roll that he gave during his convo with Gemma Collins, where he was talking about her thin hair and everyone thought he was fat shaming because of this eye roll. He says the eye roll was taken from a completely different time in camp. Now, Ed, edits are completely commonplace in reality TV. Has anyone ever successfully sued a reality TV programme over an edit?
I shouldn't imagine so. I think it's in your contract that you kind of give them free rein. And obviously that is unnerving, I'm sure. But on the other hand, you get paid handsomely for it. I think there's always a case for saying, oh, the edit's misleading and that I was this, but I was shown as that. And I get that. And I'm sure that goes on in reality TV. But that is kind of part of the deal when you sign up. But I also think that the things that were potentially misleading about David are not the reasons. If he's not getting a Netflix deal, it's not because of that. I don't think banter towards Adam would be the reason he wouldn't get it. I also think that the things that people have taken umbrage with him are not the stuff that he's talking about. I don't think the comment towards Gemma is really something the public are thinking about. I don't think anything that went on with him and Adam, public, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about the stuff he said about ugly birds and so on. Yeah. I think that's the problem, which was shown in full. And then he repeated it here and on This Morning and on Instagram, and anyone that will listen, he's just been saying it over and over again. And I think it was that outburst that I think probably has damaged his reputation more than anything. So I'm not really sure that he's got anything to moan about.
I mean, I actually think this has been good for David Haye because people are talking about him. And the fact that now he's got people talking about this Netflix deal, which you're right, probably was never on the table anyway, and these brand deals that are on pause, everyone's talking about him. This is such good publicity for David Haye.
Well, I did a story earlier this week that ITV had, I'm told, reminded cast about a couple of clauses in their contracts. So one was about publishing anything that brings the show or the channel into disrepute. There's a lot of that going on. And then also the fact that ITV, the channel, the broadcaster, has absolute discretion and control over the product. So i.e. the edit.
If you're getting paid 25 grand a day, just suck it up.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you said. Like the stuff he said in full, which was the most damaging stuff, really. Yeah. He said it and you're getting paid for it and he's now laughing. I just think this is all a big hoo-ha over not that much.
Well, when David was on the show last week, he said that ITV had edited out a lot more of his controversial comments, and there was more that he said that he's surprised didn't make the edit.
I want them to release it.
Should we just have a quick look at that?
Chatting backstage to your girlfriend Sian there, she was saying quite a lot was edited out.
Yeah, there was loads of fun stuff that was in there that they cut out. It's a bit of a shame.
Like what was the best stuff?
Loads of stuff I was saying, controversial stuff that I know get headlines, but I think there's only so much.
What's the worst thing you said that you got away with? Come on, give us a clue. What was it to do with?
I can't. To do
get you cancelled all over again.
Yeah.
Well, with the Adam and Jimmy thing, for example, there's stories out today that there was the C word was used.
Yeah, that's the word. But Adam, he's been holding it in for so long. He was able just to get it out. And unfortunately, Jimmy's super lovely guy. I really like him. He's me and him had some banter. We all had banter. It was all back and forth. But I remember Jimmy comes from like a football background where it's working class guys bantering, having a laugh. But Adam comes from a different world.
Well, what was he actually like?
Well, I just think there's so many layers to this. Like, as a human, not a robot, I'm sat in front of an intimidating man, so there was some nervous laughing for my sins. But then as a journalist, I'm sat here and I need to get stories and revelations for a spread in the newspaper. Like, that's my job. And part of that is to facilitate it. He needs to sit in that chair for half an hour. So there has to be a bit of a balance. But in the green room, he was polite and helpful. He was on time. So I can't fault him for that. But would I want to go for a drink with him? No.
Oh, I would. Would you?
No, not really. I'm happy for him to have his opinions. He can say what he wants.
Okay, well, Ed, you've met David before.
I have.
What was your experience?
So it was about 15 years ago at a music festival. I can't remember which one because I went to so many back in the day because I was, invited to everything. And
Popular.
And he was there and everyone was very excited. And I ran over and I said, could I have a photo with you? Because then it was not a selfie, it was a photo. And he sort of was like, you haven't even said hello. Like, why do you want a photo with me if you haven't even said hello? And then in the photo, he did this like really awkward, like stupid face to like mock me, I guess. And I completely see his point. Like when someone runs up to a celebrity and says, can I have a selfie? They must be like, we haven't even spoken. Like, this is weird. But I think what it shows is that even back in the day, he was not afraid to say exactly what he thought, not afraid to be outspoken, not afraid to be a bit like uncomfortable about a situation. So I think that what we've seen of him in the jungle this time is exactly who he is.
But I quite like that he's not changed himself, because as society has changed and culture has changed, everyone has reined themselves in correctly in so many places. But as I said, if he has an opinion and wants to say it, fair play to you, have your opinion. Be held to account, but then still have your opinion.
There is an easy way to settle this, though. ITV could just roll the tapes. Do we think there's a world where that would ever happen?
They will not do that.
Never.
They will not do that. Reality shows are definitely more interesting because the edit will be done in a particular way. And I think if they draw back the curtain, the whole thing might fall apart and it would be uncomfortable for
Exactly.
ITV.
The mystery makes it more interesting. The mystery is why we're still talking about it, because no one will ever know.
But also, what have they got? Why would they bother? Like,
2 hours of David Haye and Gemma Collins itching their bottoms in the jungle board.
It's only ever meant to be a highlights. It's not meant to be round the clock. It's not Big Brother where we're watching them 24 hours a day. And my God, if we did, I think it would be quite boring.
Well, I mean, compared with normal I'm a Celeb, this one's certainly been drama-packed.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the finale, because in terms of chaotic reality television, it was, like the likes we've not seen for years.
Yeah, 100%.
Adam has said that winning was his worst nightmare come true.
I mean, that moment when they announced him as he won, his face was a picture. We've never seen someone win a reality show. He just looked devastated. He said on the podcast it was like his worst nightmare. I mean, it was bizarre to see someone announced as a winner and they just look really like crestfallen.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Well, David Haye's come out this morning. He's determined to have the final say on this and said, mate, you've just won a reality TV show. You've been paid 20 grand a day and won 100 grand for a charity of your choice. And you're moaning about winning.
I mean, I do feel like Adam had a really, really tough time in there, and I feel really sorry for him. But I feel like, come out punching against David, like, make it a bit more interesting. Like, I don't really understand this pushing narrative. Like, I bet David is having so much fun with this, and you can see he is.
Well, again, this morning, David has said all sorts of things about Adam, about how he's weak, he's a soft marshmallow. He said that he doesn't care that the public hate him and don't agree with him.
Well,
and
that's
that
handy then.
he believes that about 15% of the public is on his side, and he will continue to be a real man who says what he thinks.
He did a poll on his social media about was he a bully, and like the majority said he was, even among his own followers.
If I was Adam, dust yourself up and move on.
Well, yeah, but from
say something back.
In Adam's defense, he's come out and then done one big podcast about it. If we're sat here in 6 months' time and he's still doing podcasts about it, I would agree with you. I think he deserves one chance to have his say.
That's true.
And he just can't make it his personality now.
Now, Ant and Dec.
Well, he is an actor. He has got a job to go back to. And I think the difference between the two of them is that he can act indefinitely, potentially. Whereas David Haye, as a sportsman, there's a limit to how long you can work. And I think he perhaps needs a new career. So that might be why he's sort of enjoying the publicity.
David Haye wants a career as a professional rage baiter, it would seem.
He is the Katie Hopkins.
I'm not sure there's a market for that anymore.
Wow, look at HS Tiki Toki.
I don't think being infamous is actually very lucrative. I think that's why most celebrities aren't as outspoken and as inflammatory as David. I think it's actually far more profitable to toe the line, don't discuss politics.
Oh God, but it's so boring.
Well, speaking of towing the line,
I'm talking about from their agent's perspective.
No, definitely. Oh, it is.
I don't think it's a big money spinner to be, although I'm making quite a good job of it.
I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because of the jobs we do, but I much prefer when people are a bit sparky and have something to say, because my God, it is dull when they don't.
Yeah.
But you can have opinions without goading someone relentlessly. And like people were picking up on what he said last week on here about how he changed his seat to sit next to Adam on the plane home. And it's like, just leave the guy alone. Like, I suspect
quite intimidating.
I think there was probably more banter back and forth than we saw. I think it was perhaps shown a little bit one-sided. But Adam is like, even during the chaotic final, Adam was just like, it's all fine, let's just leave it now. And David was just going and going and going. It just feels a bit like, yeah, move on now. Like,
Well, Ant and Dec have also had their say. They've put out their Hanging Out with Ant and Dec podcast, and they have basically revealed nothing. Very much towing the company line.
and who's going to get a 30 million deal with ITV in 3 years' time? And where's
Well-
David Haye going to be in 3 years' time? That's my point. And yeah, of course, from a tabloid perspective, a bit of chaos is great. But from an agent's perspective,
Well, I heard that there were 30 ITV execs in that gallery on the final night because they were expecting such a fallout. And my God, they got it,
But
didn't
they
they?
must have been rubbing their hands together. That was some of the best TV we've seen in a long time. And the fact that so many people I know didn't bother watching the series,
yeah.
but then heard about the final, went back and watched the final, and are now rewatching the series.
Wow.
I feel like there's going to be a big spike in streams because
I was in a pub on the Friday night and I saw like something had gone on. I was sat in the pub with my phone at my ear, listening to it going, you know, it was just bizarre. Like, I think the most interesting thing about it wasn't Jimmy Bullard and David Haye going for it because they're like inflammatory characters anyway. It wasn't completely unexpected. I think it was the fact that Ant and Dec were completely blindsided and they are always so polished and like cheeky chappies and fun. And suddenly they were like involved in this like Jerry Springer type brawl. And it was just, I think, for them, it was a really difficult moment because they weren't expecting it. Having said that, they'd spent the whole week going, oh, it's live, anything could happen. So they kind of careful what you wish for.
Question, Ed, you have been part of the panel who votes for the BAFTA TV Moment of the Year.
Yeah.
So the shortlist that then gets put to the public to vote for, past winners have included things like Traitors Showdowns, all that kind of thing. What won last year? It wasn't
Chris
Emily Attack.
McCausland won for his You'll Never Walk Alone dance. That's an example.
Yeah. Is the I'm a Celeb final going to be in the running for TV Moment of the Year? Because I think it should be.
So logically, I would say it should be. I agree with you. And that was one of my first thoughts, having been on the jury. But what I would say is they like it to be things that were impactful and I think quite inspiring and quite positive for
Wokey.
TV. So I don't think it will make the cut because they like stuff that's kind of brings something to the table that's positive.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was a positive thing for anyone. I think it was entertaining, but apart from that, I wouldn't say, I don't know. It's just, I don't think BAFTA will acknowledge it.
it's not very BAFTA, is it?
No.
It's not
No.
very BAFTA. David Haye and his ugly girl's personalities.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to a completely different Showbiz event, the Met Gala.
It's very exciting. Are you excited about the Met Gala? Are you?
I mean, as you can tell, I'm into fashion.
I like slagging off their outfits at home in my PJs, looking like trash, going, that's not the theme.
Well, Monday night, 9 o'clock, that red carpet live stream kicks off over here. And I'm really excited about this. This one is fashion is art. So you know it's going to be really big. Beyonce, she's on the chair. Cara Delevingne, one of our own. Venus Williams, obviously Anna Wintour. But I mean, I just love the drama. I love the outfits. Everyone got really excited. I saw earlier this week because Zoe Kravitz is on the chair this week as well. She's one of the co-chairs of it. And we're like, oh my gosh, are Harry and Zoe going to go like red carpet official with her big sparkly engagement ring? No, of course they're not. Harry Styles is not going to go to the Met Gala.
Ooh.
Sorry to make people feel sad. He's just not. It's just not very Harry.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And the tour kicks off in literally 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks after that. So he's not going. But I think Kim and Lewis might do it.
Is this a Showbiz Fix exclusive?
No, I just feel like they're going to. I feel like it's all been working up to this. She goes every year, so does he. He's obviously really close friends with Anna Wintour. I just feel like this could be their moment to say, yep, that's it, red carpet official.
I feel like when Ellie says, "Oh, I think this might happen," it's because she kind of knows, but she can't say for sure.
There's a strong feeling in my waters it's going to happen.
Yeah, that came from an email or a contact, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, the Met Gala is like the Kardashians' like Sunday day out, isn't it?
Oh, they love it, all of them.
Yeah.
I know, because I did like when before there was only the really good Kardashians, and now all of them get to go.
Interesting that you rank them. What's your Kardashian ranking?
So if we're ranking them from like who's most important in terms of pop culture career, Kim, Kylie, Kendall, Khloe, Kourtney, Kris, Caitlyn, and anyone else kind of involved.
Where's Scott? He's my favourite.
I do love Scott Disick, I have to say. I think he's so fun. But yeah, like in order of importance, they're the key ones.
So Lewis has done well.
Lewis has done really well, but also Kim's done really well. I like Lewis. He's
It
got a
feels
lot
like they're
going
a
for him.
proper showbiz golden couple in the making, doesn't it?
Definitely.
What happens when they get inside? Because I know there's all this faff about them walking up the stairs in these big grand outfits. But what do they actually do inside? It's not like an awards, is it?
No, so it's like a big dinner. So basically, no one really eats because they're all supermodels and everyone's really, and no one can eat like
And
in
they're
their
like-
costumes. Like, was it Katy Perry went as a hamburger, and there's this amazing thing of her like getting her outfit back on in the toilets, and Jennifer Lopez walks by and just looks disgusted because she hasn't realised it's Katy. She just sees a burger. But yes, they just, I think the tables are like tens and tens of thousands of pounds. So expensive to get a ticket.
Do you remember
Goodness
You
those?
just
me.
mingle.
There were those amazing pictures, though, wasn't there, of Taylor Swift when she was in that blonde bleach crop dancing with Tom Hiddleston, which then began the big drama. So there must be some dancing.
What happens if someone turns up like looking quite normal? Like, what if I just turned up like this? Would they turn you away?
No, but that could be art.
Wearing
You could
H&M.
just be doing, high
It could
street
be
art.
people would think I was mocking like high street outfit when actually I'd just be wearing it.
Satire.
Yeah,
Satire.
that.
Satire
We'll go with
attire.
that. Yeah, I
Satire
went to
attire.
the BAFTA Film Awards, and there was a very high-powered journalist was like, "I'm not eating at the moment. You can have my dinner." I was like, "Thank you very much."
Right, what else is happening, Ellie?
There's so much exciting stuff. Madonna tomorrow. Are you into Madonna? Yeah.
Of course I am. Who isn't? If someone doesn't rate Madonna or understand her influence on the industry, then more fool them.
Well, Bring Your Love is out tomorrow, which is super exciting. That's a Sabrina Carpenter new single, and she's back on Radio 1 A-list playlist.
How long has it been since she was on there?
15 years.
Wow.
Jesus.
Honestly, it's been so long.
When they did 4
15
minutes,
years.
maybe? What was the
With
one?
Justin Timberlake.
I
probably.
Yeah.
Howl or Murder Me, because I can't remember the last one, but I know they snubbed Madame X. It says there was a single in 2015.
Well, that wasn't a good song, that's why.
No, but
Well,
yeah,
this is
but-
exciting.
Well, she came out and said this shouldn't be about my age, because Radio 1 said you're too old. You're too old, and she's like, but it's art. It's not my age.
But
Like-
Radio 1 don't make the best decisions in the best of times. The thing is, I would say that of the legacy acts that exist, you know, like Rod Stewart or Elton John or Madonna, I think Madonna's the only one that when they release an album, it gets the same hype as like a current artist.
Yeah.
You know, if Rod Stewart's got a new album out, like, you know, probably get on Alan Titchmarsh's show or something, but no one's really going to get that excited about it. Whereas Madonna releases an album and like socials are like all over it,
The
of all
hype
different
around her
ages.
is
Yeah.
mad. Like,
She's the queen of reinvention for a reason.
Big hype for Gracie Abrams, though, this week as well.
yes, I know the new Gracie era is coming. So this is the first, obviously the third album's coming. We're all very excited about that. She released a teaser of the first single on Monday, and it's very much Paul Mescali, which is very exciting. Then we got some amazing exclusive pictures and videos of her. She took over this disused building in Surrey to film this music video. And then her team were like, oh, don't leak it, don't leak it. And I was like, it's not leaking, it's not ruining it, is it? To run 2 pictures from a shoot showing her standing on a car.
It's just getting people excited.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Again, the new wokey cokey generation of don't ruin things. It's not ruining anything. It's giving you a friendly teaser into what's to come. But no, we're super excited about that album.
I love that. Can I talk about something I'm super excited about?
Is it Love
I can't
Island?
imagine what it might be. Is it the Bette Lynch Museum of Costumes?
No, but I'm a big fan.
I know.
Love Island is almost upon us. So June the 1st is what we're hearing will be the start date.
Ooh.
I'm saying this because look what happened last series where the start date ended up being pushed back because of all the big drama around the fires. So
Yeah.
I'm saying that there's still lots of loose ends. I'm just going to rattle you through. So the morning after podcast, there's a big spin-off. The host jobs are up for grabs because Amy and India have left. And we're hearing that the big three have had screen tests for it. This is very exciting for the Love Island fans because they were the big breakout stars. We had them on the cover of Fabulous. So people are very excited about that rumour. But I wanted to ask what you thought about Joe Baggs doing it instead, because he's very much in the Love Island family. He did a bit on Aftersun, and people think he's the hot tip to take over. Do we think Joe Baggs can hold his own TV show?
I like Joe Baggs a lot. I think he's like super fun, super kind. I mean, he's good at what he does, and he'll bring a sort of, that's the audience they're going for. That's the show. His audience are Love Island viewers.
It's a fluffy chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like Joe Baggs also. I've met him many times and he's very sweet, but that's not what I would hire someone to host a TV show based on that. I would hire them based on their presenting ability. I think that what you need for something like Love Island Aftersun is, yes, have a fan favourite like one of those three girls that you mentioned who are the big three. But you also need an established presenter. Look at when Alison Hammond was brought in on This Morning, they put her with Dermot. You know, when Olivia Attwood did it, they put her with one of the established. You need an established presenter and a fan favourite. I don't think you can just have, you know, people from social media, people from reality. You need some, like an anchor who's going to hold it together. So I think they should have someone established and then someone newer.
Speaking of Olivia Attwood, Love Island favourite, did you see the
her.
pics of her and Pete out at the weekend?
Oh, I know, like
Did.
holding
They were holding
They
hands,
did,
waiting.
yeah. I mean, I think when it first sort of there were rumours around, you think, oh yeah, is it really? But I mean, fully fledged couple, it seems.
Yeah, they look
World's
really
worst
cute.
kept secret, those two.
I'm hearing though that so I asked whether they might hard launch at the TV BAFTAs because obviously,
Oh.
and apparently not. Olivia's away filming something.
Of course
Dang
she
it.
is. She's always
But I'm
filming.
hearing
They make a cute couple.
I'm
Half
hearing
the Sky,
smitten.
half the Sky Planner is Olivia Attwood colon.
Oh, well,
She's
wow.
got every different format going.
She's coupled up with the colon, isn't she?
Yeah, well, careful with that.
But in Love Island news, I just wanted to talk about the London Marathon because I was doing a bit of research into the times. A few of them ran it at the weekend. Lauren Wood, who we've had on Showbiz Fix before, ever such a sweet girl, she ran it for the Dogs Trust. I think she's the fastest ever Love Islander to do it. So she did it in 4 hours, 33 minutes, ahead of another lad, Dijon
Is
Williams.
being the fastest Love Islander like a thing? Like,
Well,
are they,
Curtis-
Is now.
are they notoriously like fast at running races?
Not
Here's the
flabby
clanger.
Curtis Pritchard.
Curtis Pritchard didn't finish.
Are we talking about the marathon?
so, yes, that's so Curtis Pritchard. He
Curtis
didn't
Pritchard,
finish.
according to the London Marathon website, which obviously is like proper job, did
God.
not finish the race. I've asked the question as to why and not heard anything back.
No one is safe when Felicity Cross is doing research. She will always find out the facts. Have you considered that they could do with someone on Aftersun who knows how to read Nauticue and knows Love Island inside out and actually likes the show? Would you do it if they asked you?
Oh, Han, I'm too old.
I don't know.
You're not, you'd be
I
so
think with a
good
bit of
at it.
soft lighting, like RuPaul has very soft lighting on Drag Race.
Pop Paris over me.
Fine. I think you'd be okay.
I
Oh,
want to know,
guys.
can we just solve the mystery of Curtis Pritchard?
Well, yeah,
please?
quite.
'Cause
You've
this is my
completely
favourite.
missed
Oh, sorry.
the
I'm
mystery
trying to get you a
here.
job.
You told the best joke though.
So look, I'm waiting to hear why Curtis didn't finish. Curtis, feel free to let me know.
I
and there
bet he
we
just
go.
nicked Opera Greg.
But do you know, more importantly, well done, Lauren.
Yeah, that was very good, Lauren.
Yeah.
Well done.
Come on.
Whoever she is, she did very well.
Ed. Right, okay. Now I want to know what you are binning and binging this week. Ellie, go first and show Ed how it's done.
I am binging the new Rolling Stones album, which we know is coming this summer. It's super excited. Foreign Tongues. And I've been told some amazing people.
Is this
on
a
that
Showbiz
record.
Fix exclusive?
It is, but it's not really that good because I can't tell you. I've been sworn to secrecy by the amazing man who rings me and goes, "Hello, Ellie.
But
I've
you
got
just
some
said
news."
there's some exciting...
Oh, there's some amazing people on that record. And I am binning Gorka leaving Strictly. All my Strictly phase have gone. And I loved Gorks. We knew he was going anywhere. I feel like that was a Rod McPhee exclusive last year that he was always going to leave. When was it going to be? And now he's walked.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel sad.
going to be really interested to see what this new Strictly looks like because they've not been shy about it, have they? They've... Right,
Yeah.
Ed Gleave, this is your moment. What are you binning?
I'm binning people getting their phones out and recording during shows, like in the theatre, because I just think it's so distracting for the performers, first of all, but it's very distracting for everyone around you. Like the light from the phone is just, when you're trying to immerse yourself in the show, I just think it's the height of rudeness. People around you might have paid like crazy money for their birthday present or wedding present or something. And I just think to get a clip on your phone that you're probably never going to watch back, I just think it's really inappropriate. Cynthia Erivo last week stopped Dracula because someone was filming. And I think I want to see more of this kind of penalty happening, because if someone gets their phone out and starts filming and the show stops because of it, well, no one's going to do it then, because no one wants to be responsible for stopping the show. So I think Cynthia has potentially set a good trend, and I would like to see more stars do the same.
Great. Okay, and you're binging.
I'm binging TV dramas after all the excitement of I'm a Celebrity. There's just so many on at the moment. I've got about 4 on the go, but the one I'm most excited about is Number One Fan, which starts on 5 next week. It stars Jill Halfpenny. This is true. Jill Halfpenny is a daytime TV presenter, and Sally Lindsay plays her like stalker fan, and like she like befriends her, and then it all turns a bit evil. I don't know any more than that because I haven't watched it yet, but I will absolutely be watching it in full. It's a bit like, did you watch The Feud?
That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, Channel 5 has quietly been producing some of the most low-rent, badly scripted, but highly entertaining Moorish drama in the history of television. Honestly, like, people think linear TV is going out, but Channel 5 is saving the day. The Feud was about a kitchen extension, and it was literally as exciting as it sounds. So yeah, I'm thoroughly excited about seeing Sally Lindsay turn evil.
Love it. Okay, right. So this week I am binning fake tan. Because look, it's the time of the year when I want to be orange. And why we're sending people to the moon? Why has no one invented a fake tan that stays, doesn't smell, and isn't just so awful to sleep in? And I'm binging Pitbull's World Domination. It continues because this weekend, I'm obsessed with this. A bar in London is running a Pitbull lookalike competition.
Of course they are.
With a cash prize.
Yeah, but isn't it like $1,000 or something?
Yeah.
It's good.
Do we know anyone that we could send?
You.
We could put your little bold wig
Yeah.
on.
Right,
You've got the shirt.
I think because by dint of being a man.
Well,
I don't
Well, I
think,
could go if
no
you
one has
want.
ever suggested I look like Pitbull before. This is new.
We'd all look
information.
like Pitbull if we put wigs on. Bold wigs.
Right,
there
okay.
we go. And at BST this year, when Pitbull plays, they're going to try and break the world record for the most people who look like Pitbull.
That's amazing.
I know. That's your Showbiz Fix for this week, brought to you by Sun Bingo. Remember to subscribe to us here on the Sun Showbiz YouTube channel for all the inside TV and celebrity gossip. See you next week.